Alright folks, we're live. We're back with some tour action. Let's see how this goes. I'm already profusely sweating. I have a fan going though over here that I haven't used before, so if it's a little bit noisier, apologies for the fan noise, but kinda is what it is. I'll warm up with those. I may need to realign the square, possibly. And I messed with, it seems a little crooked. I messed with some of the settings with the projector. I went up, I was trying to figure out something with the straight line. I have the laser level over here. You can maybe see a little bit of it over here. I have that, and I've been meaning to. This thing, for whatever reason, the pin spotlight gets a little bit wonky. I think when the garage goes up and down, it slightly moves, so it was kind of off-centered. I went up there and I fixed that. I got out some lens wipes, and I wiped off the projector, and that thing was creeping its way up too, so I fixed that. And I was also messing with some of the settings with the corner correction, which seems like it may be a bit off. It seems maybe like it's a little bit wonky. It seemed like the screen was a little bit. You see how like the right edge of my video seems like a little bit too high. I'm pretty flat and straight with the camera, so I may need to fix that slightly. But it's all those little tweaks where I was pretty happy with where things were, but it kind of looks like the screen, which is weird because it's pretty much perfectly flat up top. I can see the edge of the screen. Down below looks flat. It just seems like possibly too, the way this is, could mess with it a little bit if that's flat or not. Seems like I could maybe tweak it a little bit, but we'll hit some shots. We'll roll some putts. Let me pull up the chat. Jack thumbnail. Appreciate it, Toast. All right, how are we looking? Everything sound and look all right? Let's see if my voice thing is working. Reset. Toggle putter. Let's see if this actually is straight now. So that was right down the line, and that said 0.5 right. I think this is going to be, it should be a lot better. Needs to go just a touch more. It's pretty straight. It's so much nicer having some actual visual feedback to where the putt's going. That's serviceable though. I'm not good enough to hit 0 zeros every time, and that was just kind of 0 0. We'll go with that. I kind of just eyeballed it. I didn't realign the square. I may need to. I haven't done that in a couple weeks, and I just kind of put this laser here and kind of eyeballed it, but it seems like it should be pretty good. And I messed with, like I mentioned, all the other stuff, so the line in the in GSPro may not be exactly where it needs to be anyways, but we're going to go with this. Hopefully it doesn't mess with my eyes, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I only have 2 T's. Where's my other T? Nope. Toggle putter. Toggle putter. There we go. Can you guys hear the fan? Or no? How's the weather there? It's hot and humid, Black Cloud. Hot and humid. It's like 87 in the garage right now. It's probably close to there, 84, 85 outside. It's crazy how like the tiniest little changes can mess with things, good and bad. But even just like a little bit of a tweak with the alignment or this line or the screen, anything that like you're not quite used to when like you get in a rhythm of like for like 2 weeks in a row you just turn it on, everything's the same. Like me tweaking all these different things, it's gonna be a little bit of an adjustment period, I think. But I haven't been playing great anyways, so I don't know if that will be. That was a push. I don't know if that will be the reason, good or bad. Should be pretty straight. We're going to do Pro Tour, though, once I warm up here. No fan noise? All right, cool. I actually have it. Before I had a box fan, but that thing was kind of a pain to set up, and I would like have to tilt it. Now I have a smaller fan sitting on top of the shank tank over here blowing directly at me, which makes a huge difference. So I played since the last time I was live. When was that? Saturday with Big Dog at night. I recorded a video after that. I played with Danko on course on Sunday, which is a lot of fun. Believe it or not, so we played the 2 courses we wanted to play. One of them was literally completely booked for the entire weekend on regular tee time, so there wasn't a single time. The second course we wanted to play, which was going to be the backup, had a tournament both days, so we kind of went to the third course, which was in between where I am and where he is. It took me like 45 minutes. I think he was like an hour. But it was just a 9-hole course, and we played it twice. So we did a scramble. The front 9, we just played me and him, and the back 9, there was more people that came. So we like kind of rushed up to the tee box. We saw a group of husband and wives that didn't look like super serious golfers. So we tried to see if we could like run up there and jump out in front of them. and there was a guy on the tee box who's like, hey, I'm a single if you want to join me. So we played like the first hole, and he was like, hey, you guys want to do a match, you two versus me? And all in all, he was a really good guy, Jim. He said he was going to subscribe to both of us. I don't know if he'll pop in or not, but he's worked for Titleist for like 30 years, and he said back in the day, he's in sales now, but back in the day he was like traveling around doing fittings and stuff, and he fit Tiger back in the day, which is pretty nuts. Me and Danko were saying, how many people do you talk to that can say that they fit Tiger, which is pretty crazy. It was a lot of fun. I was starting to yesterday, and last night I started to chip away a little bit at some of the footage. Started to do some of the shot tracers. Joe went on and on about new connector, no alignment. Well, so I'm still using the Open API one. The official, I mean, it's kind of confusing. So I've talked about this before, but there's the true third party, which is like Springbok. You can use that. You can use the Square third party connector, like the Square Open API on the Square's website, or now you can use the official GSPro connector with the Square. So you have like three. I'm still on the Open API because I like the alignment and I like the way it works. Plus, if I ever want to go back to the Garmin, it's all both Open API and I can just switch to that. Not that I've done that yet. But yeah, the official Square one doesn't have alignment, and Whiskey Rich, who's in here sometimes, he tried it for a while and he was having a ton of no reads. So I think there's some issues, but I'm still using the Open API one. Let's see if we can get this up to 75. 72, close enough. I'm going to try for the irons, try to stay down and through the ball a little bit more and try to do almost a sawed-off, not 100% flannel Fleetwood, but kind of a sawed-off finish. That's kind of like in the back of my head. Who knows what's going to happen with driver, but irons I want to try to have a bit of a sawed-off finish and kind of stay down and through it. Cedron was giving me some stuff that I can work on. So really, we're going to see how it goes for the tour. Expectations are pretty low, but we're going to play the tour. And for the irons, I want to see if I can stay down and through it a bit more and really do a bit of that. That was Healy, but a bit of a sawed-off finish. Stay down and through it instead of, and not really trying to draw it, just try to hit it kind of straight. I feel like I get into, especially with the screen the way it is too, I subconsciously just want to have the ball launch into like the middle of the screen, which isn't right. I need to just get used to launching it low down here. And I feel like subconsciously, especially outside, my hands get really high trying to help the ball up in the air. Not that I need to. And I feel like sometimes when the swing gets a little bit too long, I get a little bit too flippy trying to really release the club and get it to draw. I think if I do more of these lower punch shots, the ball will still draw, and I think it'll be a lot straighter with a lot better contact. Closer to that. That was still thin and Healy, but mini golfer use unite. Yeah, we're hitting fades all of a sudden with. That should draw. That was toey, but that's what we're going to work on as a feel as we're playing. Just irons. We'll see what driver has in store, but kind of the sawed off. Closer towards that. Still a little bit thin, but you get the idea. Man, this fan makes such a big difference. I just don't want to move from this spot right here where it's actually blowing. Don't rush it for the top. It'll let the club set. Did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. I upgraded the square and got the space soundproofed. Besides the buds making me play. on the course. What do you mean, Toast? Casting a fishing pole, gotta, like my monotone C drum. Like casting a fishing pole, gotta let the tip flex. I saw a video too. He was saying, kind of like Speed Golf Rob, but he was basically saying, it was actually Justin Rose. I was watching a couple other ones. C Jump sends me swing tips type of stuff, but he was talking mainly about driver, how you gotta really have that feeling of skipping a rock on water. If you skip a rock, you wouldn't take it from up here, which I kind of do and get. You're saying get quick. I get quick up here and come a little bit more over the top. If you skip a rock, you want to go down like this and just throw it into the water. You got to get to the top, kind of have that loop, and then come down and skip it sideways. That should have looked a lot better because that felt a lot better. That was kind of like a 3/4 pitch wedge, and it still went pretty good. And I felt more of that kind of reverse loop. That should have looked pretty good if you were watching that C drum. That one definitely felt different. Yes, Marucci? How'd that one look? I know there's a little bit of a delay, but that one should have looked a lot better. Let's see if I can repeat it. And again, trying to kind of like soft the finish and almost hold the face. That was a baby draw and it's still drawing. I don't feel like I need to like flip it and really release it to make sure it draws. We'll see on the longer irons, but that's closer, I think, where it's just, like I've been saying, with different stuff in the swing, it's crazy how out of whack it can get so quickly when you feel like you're kind of doing the same thing. And if you just don't focus on things here and there, it just gets like more and more slowly but surely out of whack when you don't even think it is. So I'm thinking club path wasn't too bad. 4 degrees into out. Sometimes I'm up towards like 8 or 9. If I just focus on this, kind of dial things back in a little bit, maybe. Oh, they're making you play? Oh. Nightbot. A little bit toey. That was more into out. I do hit it way straighter on course. Then I gotta open up, kind of flare that left foot a little bit. Toey. Like, I don't hate that. Those are pitch wedge. We'll try some 9s. Does that look any better, C-Drum? Wish I had a simulator. What's the time frame look like? C-Drum's doing a little redesign. Yeah, it's just way more solid. I gotta get back in that habit of every once in a while doing this flannel Fleetwood type of thing with the sawed-off finish, keeping things a little bit lower, a little bit shorter backswing, shorter follow-through, more compact swing. It's like that's like if I can hit usually my pitching wedge 125, 130. I need that 9 for whatever reason. I don't know if the loft got weaker, but I need that right around 140, 145. And then this 8 iron should be in the neighborhood of about 155, 160 carry. So we're looking at about 15 yards of gap in between clubs. But that's a nice baby draw. Still decent distance. Don't feel like need to kill the ball. Hold the face a bit more. Oh, that was thin. Distance is still there, though. Still firing my body with my arms. Gotta have that little smoothie pause up at the top. That was better. I know you told me before. I took a bit more at the top there. It's crazy how like you can feel like you swing like that, and it's like you're swinging almost slower, but it goes further. Like I feel like these are like 75% punch shots, and that 8-iron is still going 156. Maybe it's hot and humid, so the ball's probably going a little bit further, but there's something to it. Seadrum knows what he's talking about. There's something to that more shorter type of swing. Are you able to play buddies remote with this? Yeah, 100%, Matthew. I play. You can play with literally anyone across the world. I guess I would consider Seadrum here my buddy. I play with him. I play every Saturday with. He used to be a former pro golfer in Australia. He lives in New Zealand right now. He's 16 hours ahead, but I play with him every Saturday for a scramble, literally across the world on here. It's pretty cool. And I'm about to do like an official tour. So I play it by myself, but you're competing against the leaderboard. But yeah, you can do online matches with anyone up to I think 8 people. Up to 8 of them. 8 what? 8 friends or what? Yeah, that's all I need out of that 8-iron. That's hit well. I'm not over swinging. That's almost 160. It's 159.9 carry. Baby draw. That's literally right down the middle. That's ideal. My problem now is going to be with these longer irons. I can do that pretty consistently with the short irons because I don't feel like I need to kill those anyways. It's the longer irons where I feel like I need to get extra distance out of them and I need to swing harder is where I get into trouble. I like that right there. That's a 7. Flannel Fleetwood for the win with irons, I think. Oh, 8 people. Good distance for an 8-iron. Yeah, I mean, well, I think partly I'm fresh. I haven't played. I played on course Sunday, so I haven't swung since then, and it's so hot and humid. That's probably part of it. But those are more compact, repeatable swings. I think. I don't know. You guys can be the judge, but I think that's better versus my usual really long backswing, trying to kill it, really coming through and kind of timing up and flipping the hands. Toey. Or not. Felt toey. Currently making a winter tour locally. October through April 2nd, Wednesday per month. What do you mean, grip and sit? You're just playing different courses or what? Just let the loft do the work. What's up, D-Led? Funny flew with the irons is your ticket. I think so too. I get away from it. I go through periods where like it works. I've had multiple I don't know. I've had times where you see me go through it and I commit to it and I hit it really well. And then it's always the times where maybe I just come out and I'm not swinging great that day and I say, all right, let's just go back to my regular swing. and then I get away from it, and then I eventually find myself coming back. But it's when I come back and I strike the irons well, I think that's what I just need to do. And I did it a couple times on course. Healy. A lot straighter though. Maybe they go 5 yards less, but I did it a couple times on course and I struck them well, and they went pretty good. So that one was toey. Still decent distance though. I'd like to see the 7-iron just for that 15-yard gap. It gets a little bit bunched up with the longer irons, but I would like to see, like I said, 125, 130 pitch and wedge, 140, 145 9-iron, 155, 168 iron, and I'd like to see this about 170, which is there, but really like 175. That ball crack, 160. It forces me to stay a little bit more down and through it too. Over swinging already again. I'm so distance oriented. That's been the miss with. There it is. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's hit a couple drivers, and then we'll do it. Driver, I think I've been playing. C-Drum, tell me if this makes sense. I think I've been playing driver too far forward in my stance, and I've been hitting up on it so much. I've been in the neighborhood of 6.5 degrees, and from what I can tell, I think I'm playing it too far forward, like beyond my front toe. And by the time I come down, I'm hitting up on it. I'm catching everything so low on the face because I'm coming up here. Everything is coming up so far. I'm catching it low on the face. So I think if I get a little bit more left heel, it should catch it by the time it's up a little more in the center of the face, if not a bit higher on the face. But I've been living on low face pretty much. It's been part of the issue with some of these driver struggles. I mean, you say 5 yards less, but these are distance to my irons, basically. Yeah, but I'm playing the 770s. They're probably, my irons are probably what, half a club stronger than yours. You're playing MCs. I'm still playing player's distance technically. I think ball speed would probably be a better judge than distance, but pretty low spin on them though. I think it's just, I don't know. I'm like, maybe I need to still hit down on it more. I think maybe that's where kind of those, to me, I just need to feel like a low punch shot, which maybe spins less. I don't know. Each month is a different tournament course, using the point systems like a FedEx Cup, 2 rounds per tournament, first and last Wednesday of the month. That sounds pretty sweet. Grip and sit. About the ball split, my friend was talking about how he's had more of those split than any other ball, so maybe they just don't like the sim. When I first got them, I thought they were great. I was still cracking the other ones, but I thought the 5 layers would last longer. I think it's mostly because I'm so close to the screen. I'm abnormally close. So like this white line is 6 feet, and I'm hitting probably from 2 to 4 inches in front of that, depending on driver or irons. So I'm hitting, call it 5.5, 6 feet from the screen. which I think just probably heats up the ball more. I don't know. Unfortunately, it's really the only option for the square, but what do you use at the bottom of your screen? Tried zip ties, but they keep breaking. I have those ball bungees, and I have them kind of tied off to the side. There's like a little railing over there. I have that one tied, and then I have the one over there tied to something that way. So it's just the ball bungees on the two corners, and that's it. But the screen's big enough and it hangs down. The weight stays pretty good, and it's just keeping the two corners. Like you'll see me, I fixed this a little bit, but the whole thing's on a hospital current track, so the whole thing moves. You hit enough shots, it moves slightly, but for the most part, it stays pretty much there. But they're just the ball bungees, if you know what I'm talking about, that come with a lot of the screens for all the grommets. There's just one on each corner, and that's it. Pulling it, basically, you want it down and out. I've had it where I tied them even just like a little bit, probably 2 inches up, and even that, the corners start bunching up. So you want it either perfectly flat or ideally slightly to where it's pulling it out and down. We'll keep it pretty tight. Rebuilding the sim. I don't like the bottom of the screen attached. Small thread rod, hook so it can swing a little and weighs it down. Yeah, you don't want anything hard to where if you hit it thin, it bounces back at you. And you want some give. It makes the screen last longer, and it helps for some of the bounce back. So that's why I just have the two bungees. Even those, they give a little bit, and you don't see like the balls coming shooting back at me. And a little bit of give in the screen helps make the screen last longer from what I understand. But all right, that was toey, but that's playable for the first swing of the day. I'm gonna open that stance more. Coming too far. It's 7 degrees, almost 8 degrees into out. Problem is I see the ball going left, so I want to start it further right, but trying to start it further right gets me more into out, and it makes the ball turn even more. Low spin, but better-ish. There's been a mental block. I still don't know exactly what it is, but there's a mental block with driver. Bottom of my screen weighted. How far apart are your feet when you hit driver? I don't know. I don't have a ruler. This mat is 5x4. Maybe, I don't know, looks about 2 feet, maybe? I don't know. All right, that's playable. That one, I felt like my stance was more open. Lately, what I've been feeling is trying to open my stance and trying to keep my shoulders a bit more shut. That wasn't bad there. .276, but that's supposed to draw. One more decent one, and then we'll do it. Oh, that was a miss hit. That was super, super high toe. I just need to get back. I need to have like a stretch of like a few days in a row where I'm actually squaring them up, and then I can go after more with speed. They look narrow. Also have bungees attached to the screen relative to my shoulders. Set up towards the camera, a bearded gremlin. Bogeyman has a ramp to have the ball come back to him. Front foot, yeah, I flare the front foot. Hard to tell on camera. What a long miss hit. Well, I mean, you see the ball speed dropped way off, but that was super, super high toe. Yeah, I flare it out. I don't know. It's kind of tough to. I'm probably, I don't know, about there. It's about shoulder width if I look down. Usually about there. And I usually line up like that where my left foot is a little bit out. I think I just get into a period, though. I'm so determined to hit a draw. I get into a period where it's not drawing quite as much. Then I start shutting down and dropping that foot back more and more, where I need to keep and feel like I'm almost open, and then kind of preset the shoulders closed. I'm excited about this putting line, though. Now I actually have a reference of where straight is. I think the putt is still going to be about speed. I think with normal greens, 12 stimps I saw, but I think the putting, when you guys saw me play last time, I was hitting putts like 1.5, 2 degrees, pushes and pulls. This line should eliminate that to where if I just roll it close to what feels like on the line. And I think we may just, if I start doing that, may just line up, or aim down the middle rather. Low in the face. Incline. Trying to really rope if I'm really trying to rope one, my feet are further apart. I don't flare my feet that much either. Flaring your rear foot flaring your rear foot could allow too much waist turn, it seems. Go shoot 10 under. I also think I need to get a little more wrist hinge and have the toe a little more pointed up at address. I get into a period where my arms are so kind of extended where the toe's probably almost down. I need to get like that. That's what we want every time. All right, let's do it. That one, a little more wrist hinge. I was a bit closer to the ball. Arms are a little bit closer to the body versus out here. I saw, there was another one of those videos. They said, generally speaking, if you're closer to the ball, which would mean your arms have to be closer to your body. If you're closer to the ball, it's more of a fade. And if you're further away from the ball with your arms more extended, it's more of a draw. So I think with me having that really low spinning duck hook miss, I'm probably too far away from the ball, which C-Drum, you said before, with my arms like out here, like Bryson. I think they need to be a bit more down underneath me, a little more wrist hinge, and hit it like that, which should promote either a baby fade or just more of a neutralized draw. I don't know. I'm saw all over the place. I just like some things, they seem like they make sense when you see a video on them and you try them. Maybe they work, maybe they don't. I don't know. I'm all over the place. All right, Pro Tour. Let's do it. Conway Farms. So we got white tees, 6,900, Friday pins, 5-foot gimmies. The settings don't look too bad. Normal greens, hard fairways, 600 feet, 12 stimp, and breezy. I think though I pretty much have the laser level. It's one of those cross ones. Before I had it too far up, I have it basically, it's pointed straight down. So I still have this line and it stops right about here. But so far it's not bothering my eyes and it gives me a good line to aim my putts at, which I think will be nice. Gonna have my one-on-one for the week. I'll be back. Trash talk, don't mess up. Predict 2 over. We'll see. I saw Joe Legowski. He put up like 2 over round 1. Maybe he just had a bad week. All right. Let's hit the flyover. This course is awesome. This is a CE Sim Golf course. Conway Farms. Dogleg right. I would take 2 over, D-Lud. How I've been playing. I think we may be closer to like 7 to 10. I'm definitely going to have some birdies, but the swing still just doesn't feel like it's quite there. Like I'm kind of all over the place. Irons should save me a little bit, but I would definitely take 2 over. I think it's definitely possible to be like 2 or 3 under, but that's a little bit lofty of a goal the way I've been hitting it, especially off the tee as of late. So, per usual, it's all going to come down to getting myself one, obviously, which makes you would assume you need to get yourself in a good spot off the tee, but 2, more so just confidence-wise. If I'm at least hitting it halfway decent off the tee, I feel like my irons are good enough where I can scramble and recover. The putting should be a lot better. Wedges have been decent. That really hasn't changed, but I think more so than just like putting myself in a bad spot off the tee, which is one thing, it's more so confidence, and I start to unravel. And I feel like I'm putting myself behind the 8 ball. Cover it, maybe? Oh, yeah. 279. That was supposed to draw, but that is just fine there. 310. Let's go. 61 yards. Winds into the face, out of the rough, up a yard. Let's see what the... Okay, that's all a high point. We're on a down slope. We'll go there. So what do we need? 62, 6% out of the rough, and another 6% at least for the wind. So it's probably 66, probably 72, 73 total. So I want to hit it about 65 to 68. Go. Fringe boost, baby. Caw-caw! Caught that a little bit thin, but no complaints. 1 under after 1. Second hole, par 3, 220. This is where the Fleetwood becomes tougher. I have a tougher time doing that with the long irons when I feel like I need to step on it. Wind's going to push it hard, so we'll leave it there. 220. If I come up short, it's going to get a big bounce. I don't know if I'm getting 4-iron there, but hybrid's going to be too much. So I guess it's a 4, and we'll maybe have a wedge. Toey. All right. A little bit of jittery lag there with this crazy course, but that was decent enough. That was 206. I didn't hit that particularly good with the 4, but leaves us with 11 yards, up about 1.5 yards. I'm going to do my little 50%. So play it as another about 5 or 6. Whoa. We'll go there. So 12, 5 would be 17. I probably want to land this about 12 or 13. Not 16. That was a bad shot. I chunked it, and I was way off the toe. Are we on the green? No, we're on the fairway. I think I'm 10, 20, 30. I think I'm going to putt it. Toggle putter. It's going to come out left, so 10, 20, 30, and then down 7. So it's a 23-foot putt on 12 stimp. It's going to come out left, and it's breaking. One more click, and we'll go with it. HLA should be a lot better now. That was a 1.3 push. All right. Bogey. Maybe the line won't help. Back to even. Third hole, par 4, 412. I mean, it's a baby draw. It just started right and didn't come back. We're in the deep rough, but it's been like a week since I've been carrying it 270, so we'll take those 2 swings. That was a little bit wayward, but can't complain too much about that. 132 out of the deep rough, so it's going to be another 20%. So 26 more puts us up to 158 down 2, so 156 into the wind. I think it's just an 8. It's going to come out right. All right. Apparently, that was a baby draw. I guess I shouldn't aim that far left, but I don't know. I don't think I looked at the wind. I don't know what the wind was doing. It may have held it up. Not bad, though. 12, playing 11. I don't know what it is with the speed on this new mat. Speed control has been all jacked up. That was a better putt though, 0.1. I'll take that for sure. 5-footer. All right, par. Pars are good. Even after 3. 4th hole, par 4. Woo! 160, 282, 295 even off the tree into the rough. Take that. Is driver back? Just having the wrist hinge and a little bit close to the ball seems to be the ticket so far. I like that for sure. Those are probably 3 of the best drives I've hit in about a week and a half. 146 out of the rough. Down about 2, 7, 8 yards. It's got the pin's in the front. We'll go smooth 8. I don't know if 9's getting there. Problem is if it comes up, the pin's in the front. If it comes up just short, it's going to take a massive bounce on these fairways. Choke down a little bit on the 8. Be good. Probably was a 9, but feels good not over swinging. 26 playing 25. Just playing for the inner circle here. Might be too much. Sit, sit. Have we not had a par 5 yet? Only 1 par 5 on the front, there's 2 on the back. All right, 5th hole par 4, 449. My left foot actually slipped on that. My left foot's, as it lies, my left foot slipped backwards when I took the club back. That felt pretty good though. But it's got to be as it lies, right? Everything else gives you a penalty. What do we have here? Looks like I can kind of go that way. We're in the deep rough. Is this dumb? I think we gotta go for that gap there. There's still colliders there too. Let's just hack it. Or, that's a lot of trees to get through. We're going to play it smart for once. We're going to go sim drop. Instead of, the ego wants me to say, okay, I can get out of here. Let's try it. This is the better move. Just take the medicine. Oh well. Yeah, sim drop boogeyman. Hate doing it, but that's a smart play. Otherwise, that could have been. Now we'll just try to save bogey. That would have been a pretty big blow up hole if I didn't. Even if I took one stroke out of there and it went 2 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards still in the trees, then you're doing it anyways. It just sucks. All right. I want to go 9. That helping wind. Oh, didn't draw. Striking it well with the Fleetwood, but 29 up a yard. So I got to land this 25. Yeah, the wind's going to push it. We'll just go right at it. Sit. 8-16-24. 33-foot putt. Or a chippy chip. Toggle putter. All right, 33 feet. Double probably. Man, there's some strong par 3s. 214. Wind's pushing it. Guess 4. Put 10 and make par. Not quite. We're all right, though. Not release. It's not a bad shot by any means, but not releasing my hands quite as much with that Fleetwood. Yikes. 48 playing 51. Try it. Go. Good par save there. Nice straight putt for once. 7th hole par 4, 331. All right, good drive here. Wind's pushing it left. What's up there? There's some room over there. That's probably not the play, though. Right there is probably the play. That was super heely. I think it'll work. Sit. Come off of that. .56, going to come out left. Downslope out of the rough. It's going to take some spin off, helping wind. Call it 55 and then 60. So I got to land at about 55 or so. Maybe even a touch less. Oh, short. Came up long on the other one. I got scared. So 10, 15. Try to hit this about 10. How does that stay there? Five yards. Bogey. I don't feel like I'm playing terrible, though. 8th hole, par 5. Stay there. Living on the edge, but oh boy. 232 up 5. We have a helping wind. We need 176 to carry. Okay. I'm going to go hybrid. I wish Seadrum was in here. Does a flannel Fleetwood work with hybrid and 3-wood? I don't know if it does. That was weird. That was a weird shot. That felt better than 202. Playing with Danko, I smoked this thing. I didn't really smoke it, but we were underneath a tree, and I took it back on a backswing, and I clipped the branch pretty good on the backswing. It hit it back here as I was taking a practice swing. But I hit it on the 9th hole, and I hit it like 240 onto the green. So I think it's fine. I was just hoping I didn't like crack something. That felt kind of weird. All right, we're in a good spot though. 3 into a par 5. 17 yards. Upslope. Semi-rough. Is that 5.2? So we'll call it 2 yards. So 19. I think it's about 14. Sit. 18. Ten feet playing 9. No way. I feel like I barely hit that. That's honestly a bad par. We're by the green in 3. That should have been an easy bird, but what are you going to do? So ideally this draws and the wind's going to push it. We'll see what happens. Have a good round. I think I fired up the sim. Get a couple rounds in. Sounds good, Boogeyman. Thanks for stopping in. Whoa. 61 spin axis? That was toey. 250 backspin? I want to say that was a misread. 61 spin axis? $203. Let's try a 6. It's going to be short. I don't know about 0 side spin on that. That seemed, I feel like I hit it halfway decent. 180. I was expecting another like 10 yards out of that. 18 out of the rough into an upslope. 13 or 14. 11, go. What was I saying about wedges being decent? 11 playing 13. Let's go. All right, 3 over through 9. 10th hole, par 4. I don't hate that front 9. I'll be playing GSPro later tonight. Thanks for your videos. Enjoy them. Appreciate that, DC Golf. That's kind. Kind of you. What are you playing tonight? Helping Wind. Okay, where's the draw now? This is starting to... 110 out of the deep rough on a downslope. So that's going to be another 22, 132, 130. I need to hit it 125, maybe even less. Go choke down, pitch and wedge. Go a little, maybe. Okay. We got a lucky, that was about 5 yards less than I wanted, but we got a fringe bounce with those hard fairways. Working on wedges tonight. Some of the distance challenge is nice. I don't do that as much as I honestly should. Do me a favor, guys, if you're watching, just hit the like button on the video. We only got 3 likes. It helps out. 11 playing 12. So this is about as straight of a putt as you can get. Caw, let's go. I'm digging the laser. I think Big Dog will be happy with that. He usually watches the replay. He's sleeping right now. Big Dog, if you're watching, I think I'll be back to putting a little bit better for the scramble. All right. 2 over through 10. 11th hole par 3, 167. Into the wind, down about 2. So 165, but the wind's not directly in the face, but it's 1% per mile an hour. So that's close to, especially, I mean, if I draw it, it's going to be drawing into it. So, I mean, 10% on that is going to be another 16 yards. So that puts me up to 175, 180. I want to hit it. $175. Let's try. Try a 7, I guess. I'm honestly going to aim. It'll draw. I'm going right back at it. The wind, the draw should get held up by the wind. Oh, I nuked it. That was the best I've hit a 7-iron in a while. All right. It's a really bad result, but that was a really good shot. That was flushed. That was hit really good. That was 180 carry with a 7. I was expecting like 10 yards less than that even. Oh well. I think the wind dropped down a little bit too. That's going to hurt the scorecard, but that was a really good swing. See if we can maybe get a par out of this. 17 out of the deep rough. 20%. 1.7, so it's like 3. So 20, but we're going to lose a lot of spin. I don't know. I'm going to try to hit it like 15. Flannel Fleetwood right there, Seedrum, if you're listening. That was the best 7 I've probably hit in a month. Oh. $26, playing 32. I'll try that. Yeah, I didn't feel like I probably didn't hit it. 0-0 HLA though. All right, we'll live with that bogey. Can't be mad at that. 12th hole, par 4. Shut up, Nightbot. You see that 7-iron C drum? That was flush. That was the best 7-iron I've hit in a long time. Stay in the left, 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 left. No. 900 backspin's not ideal. But driver's been a little bit better compared to where I have been. 138, we're blocked out by these trees. It's going to launch right. So we got to kind of go this way and try to hit it as straight as possible, if not a little bit of a fade. We'll go here. Try to hit a fade 9. Go. All right. that's about as good as that could have worked out. I didn't really hit it the best, and it was a little bit thin and heely, so the distance dropped off, but I don't hate that result. Birdie putt after all that. Flannel Fleetwood may be here to stay, C-Drum. Cost from here on out. This is the first round where the score's not quite there. There's been some like dumb mistakes, but this is the first round in probably 2 weeks where I'm like, all right, I kind of start feeling like I have a little bit of confidence working my way around the course a little bit. So this is like the first. I was in that mini slump for about a week and a half. This is, I feel like, the first round where possibly we're at the level 1 of working our way back out of it. Seems a little bit better. Driver's been a little bit better compared to the other ones. Like the Flannel Fleetwood, I've been hitting well. Wedges have been kind of letting me down. Putter's been not too bad with the line now. This thing is a bendy one though. $13.9. I mean, we'll try that. I don't know. Oh no! All right. Decent HLA. We'll take the par. 13th hole, par 4. 4-5-3. It's not the most challenging course in the world by any means, but there is some places where you can get into trouble. Super low spin, but that'll be fine. .157 out of the rough into the wind. 1.8 right. Up about a yard, 158. The rough is going to be another 7 or 8. Let's just hit an 8. Go. A little chunky. Held the face open a little bit. Where'd that ball go? No doubt about it. Flannel Fleetwood, way more controllable, way straighter. That big hook left miss with the irons, like in the past, that 7 iron has been like off the planet left 75% of the time. For the time being, that's kind of neutralized, which is nice. Man, that's gonna make me. Where the heck did that go? I got it. Well, this is fun. 43 up 25. 68 feet. It's a double breaker. It breaks. It's almost a triple. It's a triple breaker. Right to left, then left to right, and then back. Don't know what 68 feet feels like, but ah. All right, basically 8.7. It'll feel closer to 5 on these 12 stems for me. Good par save. Man, I love this laser. I haven't hit this many 0-0 HLAs or close to it. I think that's the second or third one. I haven't hit this many 0 HLA putts in a while. Your head, if you don't have that and you don't know where straight is, where you can like decide on it with your mind, your head just spins over the putts, and you don't know like open face, shut face, open your stance a little bit, shut your stance a little bit. It's just tough with trying to hit a straight putt. Not ideal. Kick off of that. Oh. Well, duck hook's gone for the time being. Now we're playing a slicey fade, a 2800 spinning. How? There's never any in between. The front nine there was a little bit in between, but it seems like it's either like sub 1,000 backspin, low duck hook left, or a high spinny weak slice. All right, we're on a downslope out of the deep rough with a huge hill there. I don't know if I can hit. That's up 2 yards. I think I got to lay up. Par 5, let's just get back into play. Let's hit a, I'll hit a 7. Play it smart for once. Get in the fairway. That swing should look better, Seadrum, if you're still here. That feels more of like the skip in the rock, kind of that loop back. 133 out of the rough. And it's up like 2.5, 135. This is like right in between. It's got to be like a nuked pitching wedge or like a finesse 9. Go 9. Well, turns out could have hit the pitching wedge. That was a little toey. Semi-rough. Can you putt from the semi-rough? I think we're going to try it. Toggle putter. Toggle putter. 3.1 right. Ten, 20, 30. Down 8, so 22 footer. Simmer. Oh boy. 4 holes left. Let's just get safe. Carry. Okay. Can't hit up on it quite as much having my arms closer to me and being closer to the ball. It's only 4.7. Usually I'm closer to 6. .86 out of the rough into the wind. Down 2. So 84. Another 4. 88. Let's try a fuller 56. See what happens. Go. We've gotten a couple fringe boosts today. Caw. What's up, Stice? Stice in the chat. That is a member's bounce if I've seen one. 16th hole, par 4. Not ideal, but '79 playing 84 into the wind. I think it's got to be a 6. Oh, I healed it. Go. 135? No way. No way. That's frustrating. Didn't hit it good, but 135 with a 6 iron. That should have been at least 160, 170. Usually I hit that good, I'm like 190, 195. All right, 48, probably 10%, another 5. It's like 55, play at 50, I guess. Somewhere in there between the wind. Go. 44 was not it. Why am I afraid to hit those now? .41 playing 49. Might be too much. No! No. I thought I had that for par. Hold at 1.4. Those long putts are tough to keep the putter face square. All right, 3 over through 16, 17th hole, par 3, 213 down 9, 204 with the wind helping. Try a 6. Hopefully it goes further than 135. No draw. That sucks. Sit. Take the par. Deal guessed 2 over, I think he said. Where is that? He said he predicted 2 over. If we get a birdie here, maybe. It's par 5. Wind into the face. That's nice. I'm supposed to draw, but where the heck are we going? I'm going to go there and hit 3-wood. Don't hate that. 151. The 3-wood, 240 carry. $47. It's going to come out right. Try to hit this about 42. Sit. All right. Birdie putt to get to D-Lud's predicted 2 over. Relatively straight. Little break in it. 11-8. Caw. We will take that, folks. All over the place, but 2 over. That's the possibly a slump buster round, as C-Drum calls it. That's better. Haven't been 2 over on a pro round in a while. 4 birdies. All in all, after all that, D-Lud guessed it right. Take a look at the stats. 9 pars, 4 birdies, 4 bogeys, 1 double. 304, 275, 156, 158. Still don't quite have driver under control, so I'm not swinging it super hard. But 10 out of 18 grids in regulation, that's Flannel Fleetwood right there. Still only 3 out of 14 fairways, hour and 4 minutes, 26 putts, 100 feet of putting. Had a couple of lip outs too. We'll take that for sure. All right. I'm going to grab a water. I need to record a video for tomorrow. So I think in terms of a live, that's it. I don't quite have the energy in me to go play the second round right now. But that is improvement for sure. Hopefully that's the beginning of getting out of this slump and trending in the right direction. I think D-Wood's behind. You have to birdie about 1K on 1+2. I think D-Wood, you're a little bit behind. We finished 2 over. I don't know if you haven't seen it yet. Or are you saying overall? You saying after the 2 rounds? Or that was just 2 over for this round? If I saw it right, big money, big money. If I saw it right, I think Joe Legowski shot 2 over. So, ipso facto, HRG Joe Legowski, same. He must have just had a really bad week. He probably was all pars, a couple birdies, and he probably had like 1 blow up hole. I would assume he got like in tree trouble or something. But we'll take that for sure, unless I read it wrong and he was 2 under. But I'm pretty sure he shot 2 over round 1. And the conditions for round 2 are pretty much the same. So all in all, decent week to come back and try my hand at the tour. But I think that's it for me, folks. Appreciate you coming along. A lot more fun spending the time to stream and play these rounds when you play halfway decent. That could have been a lot better. Obviously, some unforced errors. The wedges kind of let me down more than anything. Driver was at least serviceable. Irons were all good with Fleetwood. Putter was better with my line now. I think the square is out of alignment, so I got to align it. But all in all, that's better. But I'm going to get a video recorded, hit the bathroom quick, and do the video for tomorrow. And then we'll see. It's supposed to be really warm the rest of the week, but maybe out here tomorrow or Thursday possibly. Maybe both. We'll see. But I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Catch you on the next one.